Have you ever tried your best to take a nice photo, do some touch-up, think of a good caption, and post it? Or maybe you create a video and you spend days and weeks on it, hoping to inspire the world. But in the end, you only end up with a few likes, a few thumbs up, and a few views. Totally deflating. It took me some time to have the clarity and emotional calm to properly film this video because it's a little bit painful for me to talk about. I understand now truly how toxic it can be for our mental well-being. And so I've decided to have the courage to share my recovery story in hopes to help anyone who might be experiencing the same problem that I once had. When I was a teenager, vanity metrics did impact me a little. Like when I post a new profile photo on Facebook or even Friendster. Does any one of you remember Friendster? And I would then keep checking to see how many likes or comments I got on that photo. Totally silly, but well, I was a teenager and I'm human, so it's so easy to fall into the trap of measuring our worth or true beauty and capabilities based on how many likes we have. Once I started working, I didn't go onto social media quite as often. And I must say, those were probably one of the most happiest years of my life. Hanging out with friends who genuinely cared about me, taking time to do the things that made me feel alive. Then a few years ago, when I wanted to start my own small handmade fruit spread business with my husband, I decided to go onto social media again. I wanted to use social media to build a brand. It was then, for the second time, that I fell into the vanity metrics trap. As time went by, I found myself falling deeper and deeper into this hole that I felt I could never win. It gave me moments of anxiety and depression. I know that the way many social media platforms are operated are rigged in such a way to keep you thirsty, to make you keep coming back. Despite knowing all that, I still fell victim to it. My aim with going onto social media was to build trust with people, build a brand, and try and get sales for the business, which I did achieve, but I got too blindsided by the number of likes I got per post to actually realize my own little successes. I hit an all-time low in mid-January this year. I believe it is because of exhaustion from trying to get used to a lockdown life, juggle work and a toddler while trying to work on my own personal goals that mattered to me. My inner critic was bombarding my mind with, "You aren't creative enough, your photos suck, or your content sucks." Maybe the universe heard what I was going through and wanted to knock some sense into me. So pause one moment here. Let's backtrack a little bit. Bear with me because all this will make perfect sense soon enough. Back in December 2020, as I was preparing gifts for my neighbors, I decided to also prepare a gift, a big mix of cookies and chocolates for a homeless old man who lives in the town area of Hanover. I've seen this man at the same spot sitting under a tree every single day since I moved here about 1 year ago. Oddly enough, when I cycled to where the old man was, he was nowhere to be found. I tried so many times over the next few weeks to cycle past that tree again to find him, but he just wasn't there. I was sad. I thought maybe he had moved to another location. One fine day, I did see that man. He was sitting under that tree, all wrapped up in a thin blanket, trying to blaze the cold winter and rain. I wasn't happy to see him like that, but I was happy to see him back. When I offered him the cookies, initially he didn't want to take my gift, but I'm really thankful that just the last minute as I was about to walk away, he changed his mind. What made him change his mind, I'm not sure, but I'm just glad he did. A few days later, it was that moment where I said earlier that I felt an all-time low. I felt somehow depressed with the progress of my social media accounts. Despite feeling like a total loser on the inside, I just lived my day as I would every other day. But little did I know that that day wasn't just any other day. On that day afternoon, after I picked up my daughter from daycare and cycled past the tree where the old man usually slept at, I saw flowers, candles, and a sign had been placed up on that tree. The old man, Jim, had passed away. This gave me a really big wake-up call. I forgot that life is so fragile. How could I have been so blinded to forget this when I have nearly lost my life twice after experiencing extreme physical abuse? When I'm nearing the end of my life, I hardly doubt I'm gonna think back on how many likes or shares or thumbs up I got on social media. I'm probably gonna remember all the beautiful memories I have with my family, the people I've helped, the people I might have wronged but never got a chance to apologize to, the people I love but never told them enough just how much they mean to me. So what makes us addicted to vanity metrics anyway? I believe we are hardwired for vanity metrics because since school days, the higher you scored, the smarter you are. The more friends you had somehow meant the more likable you are. We somehow get manipulated by social media giants to believe that social proof defines who we are and our worth. But neither of that is true. How can it be true when our true worth is intrinsic? I want to share this beautiful quote by Confucius. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. If you created something and want to share it, then for the love of God, just share it. Don't be afraid of criticism and silence that inner critic in your mind. Even if we just get one like or one comment, doesn't that count for something? And even if you don't, like I said, the fact that you had that courage to share it, that takes so much of courage. And that right there is power. Here's what I've learned. Instead of vanity metrics, focus on actionable metrics. If our aim is to get sales, set a target on how many sales we want to hit per month and remind ourselves of it daily. Instead of vanity metrics, focus on the impact we have on people, how it makes them feel, inspires or challenges them to try new things. Whenever someone sends me a DM or email telling me how my posts or videos have inspired them, that is success to me. Vanity metrics may seem like a big deal now, but on a large scale of things, when we reach the end of our lives, it is actually quite literally nothing. I hope this story inspires you not to make my mistakes. Don't waste your time and energy on nothing. Use it on something that actually makes your soul feel alive. If you found this video to be helpful and you would like to support my work, plus enjoy a few special perks, do click the join button down below to find out more. Your support is truly helpful to me. Thank you so much for watching. Now go schedule aside time for social media detoxing to do the things that makes your heart, body, mind, and soul happy. See you in my next episode of Thrive with Trish.